just go ahead and start. Right now I'm heading back home from Capital Classic down in Fort Washington, right around that D.C. area. A little bit of Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. where you can't really distinguish one from the other. A little blur in the middle. Just getting back now, heading up 270 northbound. Just want to first say, first and foremost, awesome tournament. Good time. This was a really good time down there at Tucker Road. As I mentioned, it was the first time I've been to Tucker Road in my life. I'd heard so much about it. Had a good time down there. First, shout out to Kent Page for his job as tournament director. He did an excellent job running this tournament. Congratulations, Ken, on your first one. Hope it's the beginning of many more. Really hope to see what you have in store next year. Secondly, I want to give a shout out to the officials who stood out there. It was the same crew of refs both days. They weathered the storm through both days. Shout out to them. That takes a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot on me just standing there. Third, shout out to the players. You guys make it happen on the field. You're the reason people watch these streams. You guys are the reason 9-Man continues to grow and will continue to grow. I want to start by talking about a few things that went down this morning. That first game, Schraders is what I called them, the Chargers-Raiders hybrid. Let me tell you, they were close. This was a day of close calls, and this was the first close call of the day. Titans defeated the Raiders, Chargers, Schraders, 12-7, in a game where the Schraders had every opportunity to win that game. Every opportunity. And they just could not capitalize on the momentum they had. They had the Titans at bay in that game. They had them on the ropes. But they just couldn't put them away. And in the end, they just came up short. But you know what? Shout out to those guys for trying, you know? The Raiders, all year long, they've been trying to make it in the B bracket. They've only wins in 15 games as the Raiders. The Chargers struggled the same. They went 0-3 in Owings Mills. Even lost to the Raiders. Those two faced off in Owings Mills, and it was a 24-6 Raiders victory. But they were close today, so congratulations for the effort, at least, to the Schraders. You guys are my guys. A lot of you guys play for the Washington County Flag Football League, and you know I'm going to always rep WCFFL, whether it's on the circuit or at home. The second game I covered in the morning was, let me try to think back real quick on the fly. It's hard. It was a B game, I know that. It wasn't AFN. I'm thinking. Let me see. It's going to come to me in a second. Might have been Scorpions. I'll be honest. Was it Scorpions? What was the 9:30 game? I can't remember anymore. Shit, I'm trying to do this in order. I remember the Schraders game, of all things, but I can't remember the next game I covered. Want to say it wasn't Renegades Baez. I went to the other field. I want to say it was Scorpions. I covered the Scorpions in their first game, but I don't remember who they beat anymore. If anybody remembers, let me know. Scorpions, what a run they had. We're going to talk about them in a second. We're going to talk about them now. Scorpions were your B bracket champions. I got to cover 2 of their games today. The morning game they had, and the game against AFN. In the AFN game, shout out to the Scorpions for shutting down the affiliates in a tournament that I thought AFN could come in there and win because they've proven to be able to win all year on the circuit. And you'd think being in Maffel, this would be their biggest shot at winning. This would be their home. This would be theirs to lose. And they did. They lost. The Scorpions shut them down. They played good defense and they played smart football. And they got to the finals. They knocked off the Renegades. I didn't get a chance to watch that game, however. From what I heard, they beat them 21-13. Shout out Scorpions for your B bracket championship. Excellent run they had. Really looking forward to seeing what they can do going forward in the circuit, at least locally. And if this weekend was any indication, what a dominant performance by Baltimore teams in general. This was all about Baltimore area teams. This tournament was. 3 out of the 4 participants were Baltimore area teams. Scorpions, Rampage, Renegades. The 4th 7-point spread based out of Virginia. I'll get to the A bracket in a second. And I'll get to more A bracket games in a second, but like the B final came down to Scorpions and Renegades. Scorpions won 21-13. Like I said, this was about Baltimore teams. Rampage was your winner in A. They knocked off the Bullets in the semifinal, who had knocked off Anarchy previously. Bullets dominated that game of Anarchy thoroughly. Rampage game, close call, but in the end, it was Rampage with the victory over the Bullets. That was their 5th meeting in a month. That's insane. Imagine playing the same team 5 times in a month. That's a grind. That's a lot on a team. To keep seeing the same team almost every week. That's hard to repair after a while. But moving on to the A real quick. There was a classic game earlier I missed, unfortunately, between Playmakers Elite and 7 Point. I did get the overtime in that. That's worth checking out. The overtime round at PME and 7 Point. As is the championship game, Rampage over 7 Point, 21-14. So, congratulations once again, Rampage. Back-to-back tournaments they have won. What an excellent run they are having right now. And with nationals around the corner, it can only get better for them. So congratulations, Rampage. Shout out to the Baltimore area teams. You guys stole the show this weekend. Greatly shocked that none of the Maffel teams made it to the finals. Just none. Like, the affiliates fell short. Playmakers Elite fell short. Very surprising result to see both 2 of Maffel's staple franchises just not able to make it to the championship. PME's won 3 straight seasons. AFN, they've been dominant in the circuit. Neither of them, though, able to get to it. AFN falling to the Scorpions 10-0 in their game. PME falling in double overtime. Yeah, double overtime, the 7-point spread, 27-25. Like I said, that game was a classic. The overtime portion will be up on YouTube in a couple of days. As for the rest of this tournament, I'm going to do some editing all week, whenever I get time. Not doing any tonight. I can tell you that much. No editing tonight. I'm a little too burned out. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I do know I'm going to be watching the Packers-49ers game when I get home. Last night I just straight up went to bed. So I'm kind of feeling similar tonight. So we'll see how I feel. I just pulled into Frederick County, so I'm about 30 minutes from getting back to my house finally. And I can actually relax a little bit. But yeah, this was a fun time. I had a good tournament. it's hard to find an awful time at a flag football tournament. This one was a really good one. At least for me, it was. Just being able to go down there and see everybody again and watch some great competition and talent on the field means a lot. I got a lot of thanks and appreciation this weekend, too, for the coverage. And, I think the players more than anything else. They're the ones that deserve the thanks, not me. I'm just a guy holding the camera. They're the ones who make things happen out there on the field. Like, they're the ones making things happen. They're the ones who keep it exciting. They're the reason you tune in. You're not tuning in to watch me. You're watching them. So shout out to the ones who leave it on the field every single Saturday or Sunday or weeknight or whenever they play. Whether it's indoor, outdoor, 9-man, 5-man, 7-man, 6-man, 4-man, 3-man, 2-man, 11-man, 20-man, Ironman ball, whatever you want to call it, any kind of level of football, y'all are the ones who make the difference. You guys are the ones who keep people watching. Flag football is growing. It's getting even better. And honestly, after this tournament, I'm really optimistic on the future of it, Really happy for Maffel to have their own tournament. Hopefully sometime Washington County can get a tournament again sometime. I know it's going to be difficult with the field situation, but it would be nice if we were able to get our own again. Once again, shout out Kent Page for making it happen. Big thank you to him. Big thank you to the city of Fort Washington for allowing us to play on Tucker Road. Even though we tore Tucker Road the hell up pretty badly. There ain't much left to Tucker Road, I'll tell you that much. It's all a mud pit. You ain't going to find a single shard of grass on those fields. Ooh, we tore it up. But it'll be in fresh condition at some point. That's all about the game. That's the life of a field, basically. You like to be torn up. But much love and appreciation to all you out there. Shout out to everybody. So really, that's about it. I got not much to say. Aside from that, just wanted to give my appreciation to everybody who was involved this weekend, all the players, all the organizers, the refs, the media. Hey, shout out Ben Pennington for saving my ass, Like, I have Sprint as my cell phone provider, and lately live streaming with Sprint has been horrid. It's to the point where it's just unbearable. Like, it's so bad. I had no service down there for the most part all weekend, and so Ben came in the clutch. He gave me his phone. I logged my account in. His provider was way better than mine. In fact, for live streaming this weekend, our high number for the week was 63, which was during the championship game, which that's a pretty good number. I'd say as a whole, we averaged about 40 viewers at a time for that game, and roughly about 20 viewers at once all weekend. I know it's hard for some of you all to tune in consistently, but I thank you all for watching. The highlights will be there for days. We got a couple more things still to come. It's going to be a nice final week of sports here for us as we get ready for a cold, long off season. But I'm always available for live streaming anytime, any place. Hit me up. Let me see what I can do. And let's see what we can do going forward in the next year as we prepare for next week. Shippensburg, I'll be there. I'll cover it. I'm ready. I'm happy. I'm excited. It's going to be a good time. Just like today, a good time. So thank you, Kent Page. Thank you, Maffel. Thank you, all you flag football players. Thank you, referees. Thank you, Bonnie Page. Thank you, Ben Pennington. Thank you, Elite Sports Media Group, and all you guys out there that help make Nine Man great. I'm Joey Blaze. Y'all have a good night.